Hey, folks, welcome. Happy Easter to everyone. Hopefully, you had a good day today. We had some people. Oh, she had her family over. Holy cow, she did the whole caboodle today. I don't know how she did it. She just does that, the cooking and the whole bit. I mean, I just do the dishes. That's how I help. I just say, okay, I'll do the dishes. She went out with her sister and bought all the stuff, and I couldn't do it. I I'm a bag of chips type of guy. And here we go. But she had a big spread today. Of course, it was way too much, as we always do. And there's this refrigerator full of food. I guess you'd rather have a refrigerator full of food, but geez, you're not going to eat all that. Just not going to eat all that food. But all in all, it was a fun day. Just having some people over. Got to see her mom again. I don't get to see her mom too much, but yeah. So we had a good Easter. Hope you guys had a good Easter. Anyway, I'm going to try to get us down to the game. And hopefully that'll get us to the game screen where we can play some ball, Scarecrow. All right, so we're back to our 76 Red Sox playthrough. Again, this is a longer-term project. Sorry about that. But as Barbara comes by, hi, Barbara. Happy Easter to you. And this is just kind of, again, this is fun for me. This project is just. I wanted to play the 76 team to see how they did after losing the 75 series. And I know they weren't the best Red Sox team. Oh, I am going to need this, though. So I think I might have screwed up here a little bit. I'm going to have to move this up and this up. Yeah, I need my keyboard here so I can punch in the codes. I forgot when I play this game. I need to punch in the codes. Punching in the codes. All right, hopefully this will work. All right, so we are playing today. It is going to be the Red Sox hosting the Indians. Sox are 2-1. Again, if you followed along, I played a few games already. I think we started off against Baltimore. We took 2 games in Baltimore. But here we are, here in, I think this is a home opener, so this will be April 13th to 76, So here we go. So it's going to be Rick Manning coming up for Cleveland. Hello, Cleveland. Yeah, hello, Cleveland. I'm going to try to remember to check for steals this time and check for wild pitches. So against wild pitch 30 here for Bill Lee. So I got to remember to do that. So here we go. Now we already kicked the thing out of the screen here. So we have a 7. Oh, that's going to be a tough for the spaceman. And a tough 10. Well, we're going to start off here with a lefty. It's going to be a strikeout. He's striking him out. So right off the bat, Bill Lee. We're going to get the K, the whiff. And Rick Manning is down, and we have one away. Now we have Dwayne Kuiper coming up. And let's see what Dwayne's going to do. We have a 9. That's going to be a in-play 76, and that's going to be hit into center field where Freddie Lynn will come over, and he'll make that catch. And what's nice about having this screen here right in front of me is I can see my fielders and call them out because I don't always know who's what, so I don't have to look down at my sheets. I can kind of cheat by looking up ahead here. And today, Enzo, yesterday was my birthday, so if yours is today, happy birthday. There's a lot of April birthdays here in the community. ID Jester had one this week. Dave Little shares one with me, so yeah. There's a few other people that had one a little before, a little after. So yeah, it's April birthday season. It really is, And Parallel League, happy Easter. It's happy bicentennial baseball. Ohio's in the house, rooting for the Tribe. Oh, they got one strikeout here. Now it's everybody's favorite Bell, Buddy Bell. So we got an 11. That's going to be a defensive check. So I need to go to my fast action cards, and it's going to be hit down to third base. Is that an error on the third baseman? All right, let's check out Petrocelli. Petrocelli at third base is an E4. So we have a 434. Yeah, he's going to boot it. So Petrocelli can't come up with that, and that's probably just going to be a one-base error. Yeah, so we're going to go E5. So Petrocelli can't come up with a hit from Bell, and Bell is on. Well, we'll check for the steal, even though I doubt he's going to steal. Yeah, he's not going to steal, so Bell is not stealing. And so we will go now to Boog Powell. I remember Boog Powell. There we go. So Boog Powell is up. And let's see what he's going to do here against Bill Lee. So we have 1 on, and we have 2 away. All right, it's a Boog Powell here. So we had a strikeout, and then we had a, I don't even remember the other out. What was the other out? Let me go back to my menu here. I'm spacing out as I was talking to you guys. So we had a fly out to center. That's right. We had a fly out to center. Strikeout and a fly out to center. All right, so Boog Powell coming up. 2 on, 1 away. And we got a 6, which is an in play. 38 against the lefty, and that's going to be lined right at Doyle at second base. So that's going to be an L4. And that'll end the inning. So, an error does not come back to haunt the Red Sox. Pat Dobson will come on the mound here. And we go to the bottom of the first. Sox coming to bat here. Alrighty, let's see what else we got going on. So we got Bernie Combo coming up. As you can see, I have the lineup at the bottom. I know some guys like to read them off. I just like to get right into the game. So you can see the lineup at the bottom if you really want to. Alrighty, so we have an 8. That'll be an in play. It's a righty. And a 79 is going to be fly ball to Rick Manning in center field. Didn't I have Rick Manning on the other day? I like Rick Manning. When did I have Rick Manning on? I forget what day that was. I think he was playing with the Sox. What was that, 70? I played 79 or 83 or something like that. I forget when I did that. All right, Denny Doyle coming up. Denny Doyle, we're going to get a 7. That's going to be a tough. You think you're tough. And that will be, against a righty. Denny Doyle has got a blooper single. Yeah. Actually, we're going to call that a line drive in the left field. I call it a bloop. They say it's a line drive. We're going to get a single because he likes to mingle. So the Sox have a runner on. He's a steal 3. We will check. And nope, not going to steal. Alrighty. And so now we have 1 on and 1 away to Freddie Lynn. As D. Scott comes by. Hi, D. Scott. I'm playing some payoff pitch here, as you can tell. Just back to my 76 Sox season. Oh, I did pick up Skyrim last night. I was going to stream that tonight, but I want to get it set up and running and get my character going, and then I'll play some Skyrim here on the channel. I won't do much of it here, but I'll do some of it. And they might drop the Oblivion tomorrow, too. That's another game I played. The remake. Should be interesting. All right, Dobson, the righty, to Denny Doyle. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Freddie Lynn. Oh, hang on a sec. I'm going to change this up here. There we go. And we got, a wheelhouse. Oh, it's at 89. Wow. And that's going to be ground ball to second base. This could be 2. So Kuiper picks it up. And that's going to... No, it's not. It's going to be a play to first only. He can only go to first. So that's going to be a G4-3. So Lynn is out. Doyle get down to second. Kuiper had some problems with that. And so the only play is to first. And that'll bring up Jim Rice. Here we go. Jimmy Rice coming up here early in the season. Through 4 games, he's hitting .231, if you will. All right, Dobson to Rice. And that's going to be a little patient in a 78. Another high roll. The high rolls are killers. And that's hit into center field of Manning. Straight to Manning. And Manning will make the catch. So each team leaves a runner on. We go to the second. And we have nothing on the board right now. All righty. So we have George Hendrick coming up. All righty. So El Giorgio. Right? Yep, George Hendrick. Here we go. And it's going to be a 6 and a 50. It's going to be an in-play. In-play 50 against the lefty is going to be grounded down to third base. And over there we got Ricola taking the G5. 1 away. Rico Cardi coming up. We're going to have a 7. That's going to be a tough. You think you're tough. And we're going to get a ground ball down to second base to Doyle. So a couple of ground balls here. And we have 2 away. And Charlie Spikes hitting .500 this season. Again, he's played 2 games. This is his second game, if you will. Still always fun, though. We have an 8. That's going to be an in-play 10, and that'll be a single. And he will hit that a little flare into right field, but that'll drop. So Charlie Spikes is on with a single. And so that's going to bring – oh, does Spikes want to steal? I like to check every time. He's a steal 3, a 3D. He's a 3D type of guy. No. Oh, and I got to check for the pickoff, too. I got to remember, 12 was a pickoff attempt. And then I need to get my pickoff chart handy, which is – my pickoff chart is – oh, there's my pickoff chart. Okay. Okay, I found it, so I have it in case I need it. Don't usually need it, but I like to have it. All right, Spikes on, 2 away. Fosse, we got a patient 46. Ooh, oh, look at this. Look at this, right? That's going to be a 4 patient, and a 46 is a triple. Oh, man, Fosse on the triple. Where does he hit this one here? Hits it into the gap somewhere. And that's going to be a 3-base hit, and that's going to drive home a run. Fosse with the triple. And Spikes will come in to score, and the Cleveland Indians take a 1-0 lead. So for those of you rooting for Cleveland, hello, Cleveland. It is now 1-0 with a man on third and 2 away, so a triple. All right, I'm not going to try to steal home, by the way. Not yet. We have a 9. That's an in-play 66, and that's going to be hit down to Doyle. And he will pick it up and throw it over to the first base, and that'll be that. So, a triple, because he is a triple type of guy. I don't have a rhyme for triple yet, and I'm not using that word, no. All righty, so Yaz comes up here. Sox down by 1 in the bottom of the second. And we have a 7. That's a tough, and that's a 75, and that'll be a fly ball into center field. Coming over is Manning. Manning's been busy out there. And so we have 1 away. Carlton Fisk hitting 182 this season. Not very good. A 10. He's got a patient, but it's a 73. Wow, these high numbers are killing the Sox. That's another hit into center field, and Manning will take that away from Spikes in left center. So Manning going to get a nice bonus today with all these catches in center field. Dewey Evans with 2 outs. We have an 8. That's going to be an in-play, but it's a 94. And this is hit in the left field, and Spike says, I'm going to take it this time. He points Manning at Manning and says, Manning, stay away from me. I'm taking this one myself. And so that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. All hits going to the outfield. So here we go. So now Manning and Bill Lee will face off. Bill Lee, the spaceman, the lefty. Here we go. And that's going to be a tough 18. He struck him out. So Rick Manning goes down swinging. He's got 2 strikeouts today, Rick Manning does. All righty. So now we have Dwayne Kuiper. Kuiper. I call him Kipper. You call him Kuiper. And he flied out to Freddie Lynn. So we have a 6. That's an in-play 99. That's a fly ball to Evans. He goes back, and he will make the catch right in front of the bullpen because that's what he does. And now we have Buddy Bell, everyone's favorite Bell, Buddy Bell. Let's see if he's going to ring the bell. I can hear Al Red Sox fan, ring my bell. Remember he used to sing that? Still does. He didn't sing it yesterday. 7. That's going to be a tough. You think you're tough. And a 16 struck him out. So a couple of Ks here in the inning for Bill Lee. And the Sox now will go to the 3rd. Still down by a run. Alrighty, so now we have Ricola coming up against Dobson. Fast-moving game here, huh? Fast-moving game here. A lot of nothing going on except for that triple. So we have a 10. That's a patient 38, and that'll be a walk. So he gets the Pantera walk. Now, he's a 3 stealer. We'll check. Nope. No steal. Alrighty. And now Burleson comes up with a man on first base. We have a 10. That's going to be a patient 14. That is also a walk. So back-to-back walks here by Pat Dobson. And the Sox got something cooking here in the third. So right now we have 2 on, absolutely nobody out. And it's going to be Bernie Carbo. He's 0 for 1 with a fly ball. So let's see what we're going to do here. We have a 42. It's a 6. It's going to be in play 64. So that's going to be ground ball to shortstop. This is probably going to be 2. And no, the only play is to first. So Duffy makes a nice play, but the only play he can make is to first base, and so we have second and third. So Dobson will face Denny Doyle, second and third now. Let's see what Denny Doyle's going to try to do here. And we have an 8. That's an in play, but it's a 70. So that's ground ball to shortstop. So let me check my chart. So we have second and third. Infield is not in. It's hit to shortstop. And that's going to be a runner on third will score. So we're going to go G6-3, R2 hold. So Petrocelli will score on the ground ball to Duffy. Burleson will stay at second, and Doyle drives home the tying run, and we are tied at 1-1. Okay, that's how I'm playing that. That's what my chat says, so I'm going by the chat. Freddie Lynn now. Burleson to go ahead and run at second. We got 2 away. Ooh, we got a patient, but it's a 99. And a 99 all day long. That's going to be a deep fly ball into right field. Hendrick will go back and make that catch. And that'll do it for the Sox here. But they do tie it up. A couple of walks by Dobson has put a runner on base. 2 runners on base, and then one of those comes home. All right, so now we have Boog Powell. Here's the Boogster. And Boog Powell lined out to the second baseman. Here we go. We have a 4. That's a patient 17, and that is a walk. So Bill Lee starts off with some walks. Now he's a 2. We're not going to try to steal with Boog Powell. He did have 1 stolen base, but it's not going to be today. All righty. I'm trying to limit the pickoffs, too, if I can help that. All righty, so now we have Hendrick coming up, George Hendrick. I don't think he's a good bunter. He's a B bunter. What do you think? She's the right fielder. Should we drop a bunt? I think we might drop a bunt here in the 4th inning, right? We're going to try to play some small ball. Here we go. A B bunter, and that's going to be a good sacrifice to the catcher. So we're going to get a sacrifice hit to the catcher. So Hendrick's going to move Powell over. And so now we have a runner in scoring position. Right. With just 1 away. So it's going to be Rico Cardi coming up now. Let's see if Rico Cardi can get something done here. So we have an 8. That will be in play 49. And that's going to be hit down to first base. So Yaz will take it himself. Boog Powell slides over to third. So once again, the Indians have a runner on third base. And so we're going to have Charlie Spikes. 2 away. Spikes with a chance to put the Indians in the lead. That's an 8. That'll be in play 69, giggity, and that's going to be ground ball down to second, and that will end the inning. So Lee gets out of it, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. We're still tied at 1. Again, 76, I'm not like wicked familiar with everybody in 76. That's why I'm playing it. I'm trying to learn here. It's what we do. All right, Jim Rice coming up. He flied out. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's going to fly again, and this time that is gone. Jim Rice over the monster in left center field for the home run. Yep, look at that. That's a wheelhouse 27. So green and green, goodbye. So Rice with another home run. That's his second home run of the season. He homered last night. Remember we played last night? I think it was Appa. He homered in the second, then he doubled home the winning run in the bottom of the 10th. That was a fun game. I do. Rice has been good for me this season. Yeah. Yep. I don't know which one I like better, Payoff Pitch or Appa. They're both really fun. I was reading on the Appa Master game today. It's like I forgot how much detail is in that one there, and a lot of things you got to remember. I'll pick it up again, but I just been back to the basic for a little bit, just so I can play some late night games. But I'll get some Appa Master going again because I was reading it today and I was like hungry to play it, but I'm a little tired today after all that food today. And then the wind, holy cow, I went for a walk today, and I couldn't even wear my hat. I blew my hat, like, all over the town. All right, Yastrzemski come up. Nobody on. Base is empty. Sox up now, 2-1. We have an 8. That's going to be in play, and a 50 is going to be a ground ball down to third base, and Buddy Bell will ring that bell. He'll make the play. He answers the bell. Should I say that? He answers the bell? Yes, he does. Carlton Fisk. Flied out. His only at bat so far. Oh, no, Carlton Fisk. He's going to fly. Yeah, this is going to fly out of here. Fisk over the monster. Another wheelhouse in a 12. And home runs here by Rice and Fisk. And forget about it. It is now 3-1. Dobson getting rung up here in the bottom of the 4th with a couple of runs. Dun, dun, dun. I think there's supposed to be fireworks and home runs. I don't know if I have that on or not. So Dwight Evans comes up, 1 away, so he's due for an out. Then we'll do another home run if the pattern continues, right? And here we go. So we have, this is going to be a ballpark check. Evans is a righty, so 56 is going to be a wheelhouse. Evans gets a wheelhouse check, too. Oh, boys, yeah, so we get ballpark. 56 is a right-handed batter, wheelhouse. So Evans with a wheelhouse check. Do they go back-to-back? 93, no. This is hit deep, but right at the wall, Spikes will jump and make the catch. So Evans had a chance to do some damage here, but got hung up in that Boston wind coming in off the Charles. I don't know. I just made that up. All right, Ricola. Let's see what Ricola can do. An 8 is an in play, 41, and that's going to be line drive right to the second baseman. And Kuiper will pick it up, and that'll do it. But a couple of home runs, and the Sox have a 3-1 lead here over the Indians. Ray Fosse, right? Fosse, I foresee him striking out. Let's see if I foresee this correctly. We have a 6. That's an in play. 48, and that'll be a ground ball to Yaz, and he'll flip that over to Lee, who's covering, and we'll call it a day. Fosse is out, 1 away. Frank Duffy. Let's see if the Duffster can come up here. And a 6, that's going to be an in play, but that 90 is going to send that a ground ball to Burleson, who will easily make that play. So now we have Rick Manning. Spectre Manning. Manning 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Can he get the perfect game going with the third strikeout? Let's see. 6, that's going to be in play, 84. No, he'll slap this down to second base. Denny Doyle coming to his left, throws to his left, and that'll do it. Dun, dun, dun. Bottom of the 5th now, so he can go into the 6th. Then he'll be fatigued because he's already given up 3 runs. I think that's the fatigue. Again, when I play different games and I get confused with a different fatigue, but I think that's what it is. 3 runs at your fatigue level. Then he'll be fatigued. So he's only given up 3 hits, though, but 2 of them have been home runs, if you will. Rick Burleson, the 9 hitter, a 6. It's an in play, 5, and that's going to be a double, right? 6 is in play, and the 5 against the righty is a double. 1 to 5 is a double, so it's a double. As he smacks that, where does he hit that? He hits that into off the wall. So Burleson hits this off the wall, and he will go into second base standing up. I once saw Burleson hit a ground ball up the middle, and I don't know if I might have been at the game. And he hit it up the middle, and he just put his head down, and he ran to second. He went just softly up the middle, and he just tore up the first, and the center fielder got it, flipped it to the shortstop, who was like 10 feet from him, and the shortstop turned around, and there's Burleson sliding into second base for the double. You know, because, again, he must have been scouting them and saying, well, these guys just are so nonchalant, they're not going to think I'm going to take the extra base, and he did. He just flew around first because he was a fast runner at whatever year that was. And he gambled and said, well, if they just kind of flip it to the shortstop, then they're not going to have time to get me. And he did. He gutted it out. And I was like, that was pretty cool. All right, so Bernie Carbo, nobody on. He's a D bunter, so we're not going to bunt. So we have an 8. That's going to be an in-play. Ooh, an in-play 8. And he will single. So on in-play, we flip the card here. So on a single, line drive in the center, and runner on second will get to third. So he's going to hit it in the center, but Burleson's going to hold. So they're going to hold Burleson at third base. So they have first and third, absolutely nobody out. And Dobson's in some trouble here in the 5th. So Denny Doyle coming up. He grounded to short, but he got the run home. So here we go. We have first and third. Nobody out. They're going to play back for the double play. Okay, they're going to play back. So we have an 8. That's an in-play 7. And that's going to be a single. So that's going to get the run home, and that'll be a single one base. So a single into left field. Burleson scores, Carbo to second, and add another run for the Sox. Here's Denny Doyle with a couple of ribbies today. So now you got to start thinking about what we're going to do here with Dobson, giving up 4 runs already. Still nobody out. Just saying that. Still nobody out, and he's got to face Freddie Lynn. Doesn't get any easier here. So we got some action in the Cleveland bullpen. So we have a 9. That's an in-play, but it's a 70. And that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. This could be 2. All right. And no, they're going to get the 1. So Doyle's out. So it's going to be a G6-4. And Lynn will beat out the throw to first. So it's first and third with 1 away, and it's Jim Rice. And thank you so much, D13, coming by. Yep, I had a fun day yesterday. Visited some friends, had some cake, and then come home and played some ball with you guys last night. Fun day. And that was always the thing growing up is my birthday and Easter were always like side by side. And lately, Easter's been really early. So I didn't have that in my adult years. But when I was a kid, it was like you'd get, cake and candy for your birthday and then cake and candy for Easter. They were like back to back. It was, as a kid, yeah, fun times, if you will. All right, so Jimmy Rice, let's see what he can do here. He's got a home run. That's all he's done today. So first and third, Dobson to Rice, a 4. That's a patient 29. Oh my gosh, right? 4 is patient, 29, and Rice is going to triple this one. Over the head of Manning, rolling around out there. Manning can't get it. Rice coming around, and Rice will slide in the third with a triple. Are you kidding me? Jim Rice with a triple, driving home a couple of runs, and we got to think that might be it for Dobson here. Oh, man. Let's see what the manager says. Nope. He says we're going to stick with Dobson here in the 5th. He's getting hammered here, but we're going to keep him in. So Rice at third and Yastrzemski up. Yastrzemski's 0 for 2 today. Banking on money. Yep, happy Easter. Hopefully everybody had a fun day. And here we go. 8. That's an in-play 44. And this is a ground ball down the first. So if the infield is back here, man on third, hit the first. Runner may score. Reduces run rating by 1. All right, so we might have a play at the plate here. So Rice running is 5. So we're going to say no. With his running at 5, so he'd be running a 4. So I'd have to roll a 4 for him to score. So Powell looks back Rice, and we'll take Yastrzemski at first base. So we're going to go G3-3, and R3 will hold. How about that? So Rice holds there. He doesn't want a chance. He's only a 4, 5 runners. He'd be a 4, so we're not going to chance him on a 4. So they're gonna say no. All right. So if I look at my chart, that's what it said. Second and short will score. First and third, he may score with a play at the plate. Reduce the run rating by 1 and go to infield play at home chart. So if I just for kicks. If I go to the infield play at home chart, yeah, if it's greater than his run, he would have been out. So if I had anything over a 4, he's out. So that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. All right, so Carlton Fisk, he's got a home run as well. So let's go. Sox looking to add to the 6-1 lead. And guess what? Carlton Fisk, that's a green wheelhouse of 44, and he puts it out. So Carlton Fisk with 2 home runs today, and yeah, that's going to be it for Dobson. Yep, Dobson has done his part, but he is getting shellac-a-lac-a-doo. So let's see, do they suggest anybody here? No, but we're going to bring in somebody. So we're going to go Cleveland here, getting racked. Dobson getting destroyed. So let's go to our roll here and see who we got. Tom Buskey looks all right. So Tom Buskey is going to be our long reliever. So Tom Buskey will come in, and he will come in to pitch here as Dobson's just getting destroyed. So here we go. Okay, so Tom Buskey is going to be our new pitcher. He is a righty as well. And Buskey slowly makes his way from the bullpen. That's what the text said. It's kind of funny. Sometimes I like to read the text. All right, it is now 8-1. Sox hammering away. 2 outs to Evans. And that's going to be a defensive play. So Evans is going to hit this to the shortstop. That's going to be Duffy. Let's see what Duffy is at short. We said what, error? E5. So a 532. And he will make the play here just barely. And we'll call this a ground ball. So it's going to be hit down to Duffy, a G6. He will come up with it and make the play, and so that'll do it. So that'll do. So we go to the top of the 6th. Boy, it's all Sox, a 5-run 5th inning. And now the Indians got some work to do. And we will open up our raspberry bubbly here as we get to our 5th inning stretch. Alrighty. Again, thanks for everybody coming by today. Just kind of playing some ball tonight. What time we got here? Oh, still somewhat early on the East Coast, if you will. Alrighty. Bill Lee back on the mound. Leading 8-1. An 8. That's going to be an in-play 37. Oh, just missed it. And he's going to pop that up. And Yastrzemski will come over and he'll make that catch. And we have 1 away. Buddy Bell, 0 for 2 today. Buddy Bell, that's going to be a 9.57, an in-play 57. Hit down to Ricola at third base, and Petrocelli will play. Pretty easy. And now we have Boog Powell. Come on, it's Boog Powell. In play 4. And that's going to be a single. So Powell will single and into center field. I wonder if I put F8, if that'll go to center field. Yeah, it will. Okay, so Powell goes into center field. So he's on. He's a steal, too. So we're going to say no steal. No stealing for Powell. And Billy, I don't think I checked for some of the other guys stealing, but I don't think I would have stolen any of those situations that I can think of. All right, so 1 on, 2 away for Hendrick. And a 12. Oh, that's a ballpark check. And a ballpark 82. Now, no matter who that is. Well, hang on a sec. He's a righty. So it's going to be wheelhouse. Oh, boy. So a ballpark 82 is a wheelhouse. Right? Yeah, no matter. Oh, if it was a lefty would have been in play, but a righty, wheelhouse. All right, so Hendrick with a wheelhouse chance. We don't want to let him back in. Oh, it's a 99. This is hit deep into left field. Rice is back against the wall, and Rice will make that catch. Oh, Hendrick had his eyes on the prize, but a 99 is terrible. So we go to the bottom of the 6th here in Boston, and it's all Red Sox here. 8-1. Rico Petrocelli coming up. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. A 7 is going to be in play. And a 65 is ground ball down to second base. Kuiper makes the play. 1 away. It's Burleson now. Burleson 1 for 1 with a double for his trouble. And we got an in play 15, and this is going to be against a righty in play. That's going to be a single. So Burleson singles a soft blooper into right field. So, no, left field. So we'll go single F7. Can I drop into left field? Yeah, it does. Not that it really matters too much. All right, let's check for Burleson stealing. Nope. So he's not going to steal. And Bernie Cabo coming up. 1 for 3 for Bernie. He's got a single in this game. And I think he might have scored a run, too. It says R4. Does that mean he scored? It might be. Alrighty. Alrighty, so 1 out, 1 on. Double play depth. We have got a 4. That's a ballpark check. Oh, so we got him over here for the ballpark. And an 83, a lefty. Oh, it's going to be in play because he's a lefty. Because right field is kind of deep. All right, so it's a ballpark 83 lefty in play. So this is in play. We need a 1 to 28. And we get an 18, and that's going to be a single. So in play single. We go to the cards here on a single. Long single into the gap. And it's going to be a 1-base single. So Burleson will stop at second. So Bernie Cabo laces one into the gap. And with 1 away, it's first and second for Denny Doyle. Doyle got a single and a ground out for an RBI. So Denny Doyle with 2 RBIs today, if you will. And we have a 6. That's an in-play 41, though, and that's going to be a ground ball right back to the mound. So we're going to look for 2 here. All righty, we're going to try to go for 2, so 5 or less. And, yes, they're going to get the double play, so it's a 1-6-3. Double play. Nice play by Buskey, and he will get the Indians out of the jam. So nothing across for the Sox. We go to the 7th. It is 8-1 Boston. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Just having some fun here tonight. So Bill Lee, it says fatigue in the 6th, but he's not given up 3 runs. I believe it's 3 runs. Let me double check. I do this every single time. You'd think I would I would know this by now. And I still look it up every single time, don't I? Just to be sure. That's what I like to do. Okay, if he's tired, once he's allowed 3 or more runs when he gets his fatigue inning, and he is not. So he will continue on as normal. All right, so he will face Rico Cardi. A 4, that's a patient 67. And against a lefty, that's going to be a ground ball down to second base. And Denny Doyle will pick that up. I have a little bug over here on my table. I don't want to kill him, but neither do I want him coming on me. So I'm just going to put you over here. Right? And then you can continue your life over there. Hopefully you'll be all right and not come near me. All right, so we have Charlie Spikes. And we're going to get a 7. That's going to be a tough 89. And that's going to bring up a ground ball down to Burleson. 2 away for Lee. Cleveland not looking real good here. Ray Fosse with 2 outs. A 7. That's another tough. And a tough 6. Strike him out. So Lee will get the strikeout here. And we'll go now to the bottom of the 7th. Things looking good here at home for the Red Sox. All right, so he's long fatigue. So long fatigue, I think, is what, 3 innings? Is that what long fatigue is? Long fatigue, 1 to 3. Okay. Just trying to keep it fair. Freddie Lynn, 0 for 3 today. It's going to be a 9. That's a patient, but it's a 98. Long fly ball into right field. Hendrick will make the catch. So Lynn's not having a great day at the plate here. Jim Rice, 2 home runs today and a triple. Yikes. Busky to Rice. Oh, no, it's a wheelhouse. Oh, man, 98, though. Man, he could have maybe hit for the cycle today with a couple more of those, but it's going to be a fly ball into left field, and Rice will fly out. Gave everybody a thrill there for a second as he gets the wheelhouse again. All right, Yastrzemski's done nothing today. Yaz has not been my guy. And I'm going to get a tough 92, and that's going to be a fly ball into right field as well. Not very deep. So Lee comes back out here in the 8th. 6 outs away from a Red Sox win. I'm beating up my card here because I keep slamming the dice on it, but I really don't have any other place to put the dice. All right, here comes Duffy, 0 for 2. We have a defensive check, so this is going to be hit to the third baseman, so we're going to check Petrocelli for an error again. And he's an E4. So a 3, and he's going to make another error. So Petrocelli will make his second error of the day. We'll just flip this card here, just 1 base. It's not going to matter. So another error there. So Petrocelli not doing good at third. We might need to bring in Hobson so we can get less errors. Is that even possible? Oh, is Duffy going to look to steal? He's a 3A. We'll take a look, right? Nope. All right, so now we have Rick Manning. Speak to me, Manning. And we're going to get another ballpark check. And this is hit down to Burleson for an error check. So Burleson, E2 with a 21, and he's going to make an error. Oh, boy, back-to-back errors here, and that's a 1-base error. So we start off with error and an error. And so Bill Lee's looking at his infield saying, what do I got to do? What do I got to do here? So with nobody out, Dwayne Kuiper comes up with a chance to do some damage. Here we go. A 6. That's an in-play 56. which is going to be ground ball down to third base. So let's see if they can get the double play. Now, there is something about the second number on a double play. Hang on one second here. Where's my thing here on double plays? If it's a 5 or something like that. If it ends in a 5, it's third and first is out. But it doesn't end in a 5, it ends in a 6. So this is going to be a normal double play check. All righty, 7 or less. No, it's a 10. So they'll get the force at second, and that's it. So a G6-4, and Dwayne Kuiper flying down the line avoids a double play. So now we have first and third. And let's see if Buddy Bell can answer the bell here. So Bill Lee in the 8th, only a 3-hit game. Buddy Bell, that's another ballpark check. This has not been good. And this is Burleson again. He's an E2 and a 258. He will make the play. So let's see what the play is going to be. Infield, double play if he's an A. Is Burleson an A? I think he should be. No, he's a D, actually. Range is a D. So, I think we still roll for the double play, though. I think. Well, let me see what it says. Yeah, if range is A, it's double play. So it looks like it's just going to be 1 out on that one there. I believe that's what it is. You know something? I'm still going to roll for the double play because I think that's kind of weird that you have to be A to get it because there's no like regular double play. So I'm going to call this a ground ball. We're going to check for the double play. It's just kind of how I'm going to play it. And, yeah, they'll get the double play. It just doesn't make a lot of sense that on the fast action cards there's no automatic double plays. That's kind of weird. So we're going to go 6-4-3 double play, and that's what we're going to do. That's how I'm going to do it, right or wrong. That's how I'm going to do it. Because, again, sometimes it just doesn't make any sense. That because I looked at the chart there, and nowhere, there's not many double plays, it looked like anyway. So that's how I'm doing it. All right, Fisk coming up against Buskey. Let's see how Buskey does here. Oh, boy, another ballpark check. And that's a 47, and that's going to be a wheelhouse. Oh, boy, Fisk with another chance here. Fisk, 1-49, and he hits his third home run of the day, and it's a 69 giggity. And so he'll hit this into left field for a single. So Fisk still rolling high for the Sox. So Fisk is on. He's a steal 3. We're going to say no stealing 8-1. We're going to say no steal. All right. So Buskey getting a little tired now, but he's hanging in here in the 8th. 4, there's another ballpark check, and Evans is a 59, and that's going to be a wheelhouse. Oh, boy. Evans, 1-42, and Buskey's day is over. Oh, wrong dice. How about that? Evans, see you later. That's a home run, and Buskey's day is done. And that should do it. Evans with a 2-out shot into the screens over the monster. And Buskey is all done. So we're going to go here. Buskey, thank you for coming by. Who can we bring in? You know, I see Jackie Brown's on the top. It kind of doesn't matter. So, ooh, Jackie Doo. So Jackie Doo's coming in. And he will see what he can do here. Jackie Brown, as Triple G comes by. And let's see Petrocelli up now. There's still nobody out in this inning, by the way. All right, still nobody out. We had the single and then the home run. So Jackie Brown is a righty. That's going to be a tough 16, and he will strike out Petrocelli. So Jackie Brown coming in, throwing some smoke right off the bat. Burleson now, 2 for 2 today. And that's going to be in play, 63. And that's going to be down the second base. Kuiper will make the play, and that's that. Birdie Carbo. We got an 11. That's going to be a patient 65. And oh, so close to a single. But that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Duffy makes a nice play, throws him out. But 2 more runs in here for the Sox. They've mounted a 10-1 lead for Bill Lees. He's going to try to close this out himself. Again, if he starts getting racked up, we're going to take him out. But he's doing good so far. Did the Indians win yet? Yeah, this is the second part of a doubleheader. They won the first game 1-0 after 2 innings. But since the second inning, they've lost, if that helps. All right, Lee against Powell, trying to win this game here. And 8, that's an in-play 22, and he's going to single. So Powell's going to single, and he's not going to steal. And it brings up George Hendrick, who's 0 for 2. He's the right fielder today. He's not doing that well. Let's see what the manager says. They want to bring in House, but no, they're going to let Bill Lee go a little bit. All right, we're going to see if we can avoid that bullpen. But we have 1 on and nobody out. Hendrick, a 4. That's a patient 88. And he's going to hit this down to Burleson at shortstop. Burleson takes a look. Doyle for 1, and that's all they're going to get. So G6-4. And so we have 1 away. Coming up now is a DH Rico Cardi, who's 0 for 3. So you know something? If you're a DH and you're in my game and you're 0 for 3, you're out of here. So Rico Cardi is coming out. And we're going to bring in... I just saw that guy. Oh, you know something? We have Frank Robinson. Is he in the game? No, he's not even in the game here. So no Frank Robinson. We only have 5 guys here. Come to think of it, I'll have a Lowenstein. All right? I'm going to have a Lowenstein. So John Lowenstein will come in to pinch hit here. Down 10-1. So Lowenstein will come in. I know he's lefty-lefty, but that's probably not a good idea, right? Because you don't want him hitting against a lefty. You want a righty. So let me undo that. All right, let me redo this. I do have Alan Ashby. That would make more sense with a righty. Oh, he goes both. No, we don't want Ashby. Pruitt and Blanks. Yeah, Larvo Blanks. Larvo Blanks. Let's see if he's going to shoot some blanks or if he's going to hit his target. There we go. All righty. And David comes by. Hi, David. I'm trying to wrap up this game here for the Sox. Bill Lee to Blanks. It's a lefty on a righty right now. Here we go. And that's an 11. That's a defensive check, and that has not been good for the Sox. They've got 3 errors in this game. Center fielder, Freddie Lynn. Error on Freddie Lynn or not? So Freddie Lynn coming over. He's an E3, so we have an 82. And he will make the catch. And so we're just going to go with a fly ball to Freddie Lynn. So Blanks flies out to center. There's 2 away. And it is going to be Charlie Spikes. He could be the last guy of the game here. Oh, wait, what happened here? What happened? Wait. We got to undo that last play. Wait, what's going on here? So we have Blanks. All right, so let's take a look at this. I want to make sure that I got this right. Something didn't look right. So F8. Does that bring up spikes? Yes. No, it says Rico Cardi. Why is Rico Cardi coming up? Did I hit for the wrong guy? Or did something happen here? Oh, you know what happened? I put in blanks for Hendricks. Somehow it's putting blanks in for Hendricks. So, whatever. So let's just go with the fly out because it's 10-1. So somehow, some way, I hit a wrong button and I screwed it up. It don't matter. So we'll go. We'll let Cardi hit, and hopefully he'll just get out and end the game. I'm hoping. 3. Uh-oh, we got a wheelhouse 25, and he hits a home run. Oh, man. So that's going to be it for Lee. So I screwed up big time. Somehow I pinch hit, and I didn't get the right pinch hitter, and I did something wrong. You know what I think I did is I think I undid what Hendricks did. That's all right. Again, human error happened. So Bill Lee's out. Tom House will come in. So House will come in for Lee. Lee gives up 3, so now he's fatigued anyway. So House will come in. I tried to get him the full game, but Dave screwed up. And so that leads to the Indians getting a couple of runs here. And that was messed up. All right, so Spikes now against House. So we have a 10. That's a 8, rather. 8's a tough 64. And, if he was a righty, he would have singled. But because House is a lefty, it's going to ground out to Doyle. So we have 2 away. So hopefully we'll get out of this game without too much damage after my mishap. I forgot sometimes you hit the undo and it does do the last at bat. I screwed up. Screwed it up, but we got a tough 24. Single, if you can believe it. Fosse with a single, so this game is not over yet. We're not going to steal. And let's see what we can do now. Duffy, a 9 in play, 52, and that's going to be down to third base, and that'll finally end this mess. It's a mess. So that is that. So, sweet as Jeff comes by. Thank you, sir. And so the final score here. Let's save and exit. Official game. Yes, it is. So let's see what happens. So there's no doubleheader today, right? I will be playing some other games in 76, but I'm playing mostly the Red Sox is what I'm doing here. So let's fast play the day. All right, so we're done. We'll go back. We'll take a look at the standings. And the Sox are 1 game back of the Yankees, who are 4-0. Of course they are. Of course they are. Again, we're still early in the season. Having some fun. Cleveland now is 1-1-2. Anybody really stinking here? Expos 0-3 and Milwaukee 0-3 right off the bat. So that is that. So let me come back to Studio B, if you will. And we'll see how everybody's doing here. And so that is that. So thanks for coming by. Thought about playing a doubleheader, but I think I'm going to play some Skyrim tonight. I picked up Skyrim as I mentioned, so I'm going to try to play some Skyrim, and I'll just do that offline. I'll play a little bit online at some point, but I'm going to have some fun with that tonight. I hope I'm going to have some fun. Been a while since I played it, so that is that. So we continue on with our 76 Red Sox season with another win here. So they're looking pretty good early on as we play some payoff pitch here on the channel. So I do have a couple more days off, so you're probably going to see me a little more than usual until about Thursday, and then I'm back to the grind, so to speak, and I got a busy weekend of playoffs and new seasons and the whole bit, so we'll see how it goes. But at least for a couple of days, you should see me here. We'll get a new podcast out, hopefully, and then we still have more planning to do with the con. A lot of work went into it the last couple of days, and I still got more planning to do going forward. So I'm Dave from Studio B. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had a great Easter, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.